Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make quality pizza in the home oven. So we'll start with some flour, some super cold water, and we'll measure that out, and then we'll just add the water to the flour, stir it up until there's no dry bits of flour, and just a quick autolyse just to kind of let them get to know each other. Give that about 10 minutes and then stir in your malt powder, sugar, and yeast. And same thing, just get it mixed in there. Give it another 10 minutes, and then we'll add the oil and the salt. This time you don't have to wait. You can just slowly start working in all that flour. And to be honest, I just kind of dump it in there, and not all of it's gonna take to your dough ball, but whatever's left over, I just use for my floured work surface, and eventually it will all be assimilated. So you just want kind of a shaggy dough ball. You don't need to knead it yet. Another 10-minute rest just to let everything start forming, and then you're going to knead it. To knead it, you really just want to push it with the palm of your hand, flip it over, give it like a quarter turn, and you just want to do this until the dough becomes too tight really to work with, at which point give it another 10-minute rest. I usually do 2 minutes of kneading, 10 minutes of rest, 2 or 3 times, just until it looks like a good dough ball. So this will be the last knead. We'll kind of roll it up, and this is important. At this point, you want to keep track of which part of the dough is the top. So when I go to make my final dough ball, I'll kind of roll it over. The part that you fold into itself should always be the bottom. So we'll fold it a few more times, one last knead, and then we'll roll it back over to where the top is on top, kind of scoot it around to get a nice ball shape, and that's going to be our dough ball. At this point, you can put that in the fridge for, a few days, up to 72 hours, or you can just a few hours and cook it that night. I would say that all this could be done within 4 or 5 hours. So this is the fun part. Obviously, you want to push all that down without pushing the air out of the crust. And then this part could have been really cool if I filmed it better, but I was hungry and I'm kind of an idiot. So just pretend you can see how awesome and how much fun I'm having. And then finally I throw the dough onto my semolina flour dusted peel. You can see I give it a little shimmy every time to make sure it's not sticking. And I still do a red sauce even though it's buffalo chicken, because I'm going to add all the cheese and the ranch and everything to the top of it. So I do gorgonzola cheese. Obviously, you can use blue cheese if you're a real man, but this to me just is a little less funky. And then a good amount of ranch. Don't forget, guys, I'm from Texas, so like a half a bottle of ranch, and then one more shimmy, and we're good to go. Now, that pizza steel has been heating in that oven at 500 degrees for like an hour. So that's going to cook the bottom of the pizza. So I just give it like 3 minutes at 500, and then I just broil it on high for the rest of the way, 4 or 5 minutes, or until it looks however I want. And there's your finished product. Now you just slice and serve. I slice it into like 6 slices. That way, I can eat 5 and my wife can have 1. And this is, a New York style pizza, but I do it a little bit thicker so it can kind of support the toppings, but it still has that foldy texture and that chewy crust, and you're not sure until you let a fat guy eat it. So this is embarrassing how much I'm enjoying this, but so that's it. Then I wink at the camera, although my eyes are cut off like a moron. So that's it. Thanks for watching, guys.